The rhino, a 3-ton armored giant famous for one thing, its horn. It's a living battering ram, an icon of power capable of flipping a car and sending lions scattering. We think of its power as a straightforward equation. Mass plus velocity equals total devastation. The horn is the focal point, the primary weapon in any fight. Or is it? Because while everyone is watching the horn, they're missing the real story. The story isn't just about the charge, it's about the crush. You're looking at a force of about 1,000 pounds per square inch, concentrated into a powerful set of jaws designed for grinding and pulverizing. The question is, could that bite, a tool built for shredding tough plants, actually break your bones? We decided to investigate, and the answer will completely change how you see these armored giants. When we picture a rhino, we see raw, unstoppable force. We see that thick, plate-like skin, a natural coat of armor that can deflect blows that would cripple other animals. We see surprising speed, with some species hitting 34 miles per hour, turning their massive bodies into guided missiles. A charging rhino isn't just a threat, it's a force of nature, generating an impact comparable to being hit by a car. And at the tip of that force is the horn, a weapon so legendary, it has driven the species to the brink of extinction. It's what rhinos use to defend their territory, protect their young, and establish dominance. In a showdown, the horn leads the way, a sharp, intimidating declaration of power. Documented encounters show rhinos using this combination of speed, mass, and weaponry with terrifying results. They can send a full-grown buffalo sprawling with a single blow. They can face down an entire pride of lions, their aggressive charges forcing the apex predators to back off. This is the rhino we all know, the powerful, charging juggernaut. But this incredible display of power hides another, more surprising weapon system. While the horn and the charge get all the attention, they overlook the incredible power of the rhino's jaws. We rarely think about it. After all, rhinos are herbivores. Their days are spent peacefully grazing, using their mouths to clip grass and tear leaves. It seems like a tool for eating, not for fighting. So, that got us thinking. Is a rhino's bite just for processing salad, or is it a bone-crushing weapon in its own right? To answer this, we have to look beyond the dramatic charges and get into the science of biomechanics. We need to measure the force, understand the anatomy, and compare it to the one thing we all have, the human skeleton. And our investigation starts with a single crucial number. The bite force of a white rhino is approximately 1,000 pounds per square inches. Let's put that into perspective. A human's average bite is only about 162 pounds per square inches. The rhino's is more than 6 times stronger. Imagine a grand piano being balanced perfectly on a single square inch of your finger. That's the kind of pressure we're talking about. Now, not all rhinos are built the same. While the formidable white rhino clocks in at 1,000 pounds per square inches, the black rhino has a bite of around 727 pounds per square inches, and the smaller Sumatran rhino generates about 450 pounds per square inches. This force isn't just for show. A rhino's diet consists of incredibly tough, fibrous vegetation. Their jaws and teeth are designed like a biological wood chipper, grinding and pulverizing dense plant matter that other herbivores couldn't process. Their jaw muscles are immense, anchoring to a thick, robust skull built to withstand incredible, repetitive strain. The teeth themselves are broad, flat molars perfect for shearing and crushing. The human skeleton is a marvel of engineering. Ounce for ounce, bone is stronger than steel in some respects, but everything has a breaking point. So, how much force does it actually take to break a human bone? Well, it's complicated. It depends on the bone, your health, and the angle of impact. Your femur, or thigh bone, is the longest, thickest, and strongest bone in your body. It's built to withstand immense forces from running, jumping, and carrying our entire body weight. Studies show it takes around 4,000 newtons of force to snap a healthy human femur. This is an immense amount of pressure, which is why femur fractures usually result from severe trauma like car accidents. Our bones are our internal scaffolding, and the femur is the main pillar. But here's the key. That incredible strength is mostly against compressive force pressure applied along its length, like when you're standing. Now, we have our two key elements, a rhino's jaw, with 1,000 pounds per square inches of crushing power, and a human bone's known breaking point. Time for the final confrontation. If you're finding this deep dive into animal power fascinating, take a second and crush that subscribe button. We post videos like this every week, uncovering the hidden truths of the animal kingdom. You won't want to miss what we investigate next. At first glance, the math seems simple. You hear 1,000 pounds per square inches from the rhino, and hear that a femur can withstand thousands of pounds of force. And you might think the bone holds up, but that's not the full story at all. Remember how the femur is strongest against compressive force? A bite is the exact opposite. It's a transverse force, applying pressure across the bone from the sides. And bone is much weaker against this kind of shear stress. On top of that, a rhino's teeth aren't flat. They are ridged, creating pressure points that concentrate all 1,000 pounds per square inches onto very small, sharp areas. So, can a rhino's bite break your bones? The answer is a definitive, resounding yes. While it might not snap your femur like a twig with a casual bite, the 1,000 pounds per square inches it generates is more than enough to fracture many other bones in your body. Ribs, arms, and even the skull would be catastrophically damaged. And even against the mighty femur, a sustained bite or one applied at a weak angle would result in a devastating fracture. A rhino's jaw is, without a doubt, a bone-breaking weapon. Now that we know a rhino's bite is a legitimate weapon, how does it stack up against the other heavy hitters? Placing it in context reveals a fascinating picture. At 1,000 pounds per square inches, the white rhino's bite is slightly stronger than that of a grizzly bear, which clamps down with about 975 pounds per square inches. But it's here that the rhino starts to get outclassed. A polar bear has a stronger bite at 1,200 pounds per square inches, and the spotted hyena, an animal famed for crushing bone, surpasses the rhino with a bite force of around 1,100 pounds per square inches. From there, the numbers climb steeply. A gorilla bites with 1,300 pounds per square inches, and a jaguar generates a staggering 1,500 pounds per square inches. And then there's the hippo. Like the rhino, it's a massive herbivore, but its bite is in a different league, registering a colossal 1,800 pounds per square inches, nearly 80% more powerful than the rhinos. At the top are the true kings of crush, crocodiles. A saltwater crocodile can slam its jaws shut with an almost unbelievable 3,700 pounds per square inches. Some estimates even put the great white shark higher at 4,000 pounds per square inches, though measurements can vary. The rhino is a powerful contender, but it's a mid-range biter, not a champion. Its true power lies elsewhere. So, if its bite isn't the strongest, why is the rhino so dominant? Because the bite is just one tool in a much larger arsenal. The real weapon is its unmatched charging power. A rhino in full charge is one of the most terrifying sights in nature. It's not just about the horn, it's about the physics of a multi-ton body moving at high speed and impact force that can total over 47,000 newtons. This is the force it uses to settle territorial disputes and defend against predators. When a rhino faces off against a buffalo, it doesn't try to bite it, it bowls it over. When confronted by lions, its strategy is to charge and scatter the pride. Interestingly, in close quarters fights, some rhino species are more likely to use their sharp incisor teeth than their horns, inflicting gruesome, slashing and tearing wounds once the initial impact has done its job. Even against its rival, the hippo, the dynamic is clear. While a hippo's bite is far deadlier, a mother rhino won't hesitate to charge a threatening hippo head-on, relying on her momentum and power to drive the intruder away. The bite is a dangerous tool, but the charge is the ultimate weapon. So, can a rhino's bite really break your bones? We've gone through the science, the comparisons, and the real-world evidence, and the answer is clear: absolutely. That 1,000 pounds per square inches force, while not the strongest in the world, is more than capable of shattering human bone, turning a seemingly peaceful herbivore's mouth into a formidable weapon. But the bigger story is that the rhino is so much more than a single weapon. It's a complex, integrated system of defense. It has armor-like skin, shocking speed, a bone-breaking bite, and above all, a charge with the force of a runaway truck. You came here asking about the bite, but the truth is, if you're ever close enough to worry about a rhino's teeth, you've already ignored its most powerful warning: its sheer, unstoppable presence. It completely changes how you see these armored giants, not just as tanks with a horn, but as perfectly evolved survival machines where every single part, especially the one you least expect, is a weapon. The animal kingdom is full of these surprising truths. If this video changed how you see rhinos, let us know in the comments what animal's hidden power we should investigate next. And for more myth-busting wildlife content that goes beyond the obvious, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss what we uncover. Thanks for watching.